Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications, because the coin you are about to see may already be sitting quietly in your home, your drawer, or an old collection, waiting for the right eye to recognize its true importance. Today we are talking about a small coin with a big story, the 10 fils coin of Kuwait, dated 1430 in the Islamic calendar, corresponding to the year 2009. At first glance, it looks simple, ordinary, and easily ignored. Many people have spent this coin without a second thought. Some have even thrown it into jars or forgotten it in pockets. But for experienced collectors and sharp observers, this coin represents history, precision, and in certain cases, serious money. This is not just a piece of metal. This coin comes from Kuwait, a country with a strong monetary tradition and one of the most stable currencies in the world. Kuwait's coinage reflects discipline, careful minting, and cultural identity. The 10 fils denomination has been part of daily life for decades, yet certain years and conditions make specific pieces far more interesting than most people realize. The 1430 issue holds special attention. This period came after major changes in global markets and regional economics. Kuwait was modernizing many systems, including currency production. Coins minted during this era were produced with high standards, but not all pieces came out exactly the same. This is where collectors pay close attention. The 10 fils 1430 coin is made from a copper-nickel alloy, giving it durability and a clean finish. The size feels balanced in the hand, not too light, not too heavy. On one side, you see the denomination clearly written in Arabic, surrounded by a traditional design that reflects Kuwaiti heritage. On the other side, the name of the state of Kuwait appears with elegant Arabic calligraphy, along with the date in the Hijri calendar. To the everyday user, this is just spare change. To a collector aged 55 to 65, especially someone who appreciates history, craftsmanship, and value, this coin tells a deeper story. Many in this age group remember a time when coins mattered more than paper, when you could feel value in your hand. That emotional connection alone already gives this coin more meaning than its face value. Now let us talk about why some versions of this coin are being discussed so seriously among collectors. The key factors are condition, mint quality, rarity, and unusual features. Not every 10 fils 1430 coin is special. Most are common circulation pieces worth only a small amount. But a very small number stand out. Collectors look closely for sharp details. The clearer the lettering, the stronger the borders, and the cleaner the surface, the better. Coins that were never heavily used, never scratched, and never cleaned improperly hold far more appeal. A coin that looks almost new after more than a decade immediately raises questions. How was it stored? Was it part of a special batch? Was it released into circulation at all? Then there are minting variations. Sometimes, coins from the same year show small differences. These can include slightly off center strikes, thicker or thinner lettering, unusual spacing between words, or even minor die cracks. To the untrained eye, these details mean nothing. To a serious collector, they mean everything. Another point of interest is limited distribution. Some batches of coins were minted but not widely circulated. Others were released briefly before design or production adjustments were made. Coins from these short runs become harder to find over time, especially in high condition. As years pass, many are lost, damaged, or melted. The surviving examples become increasingly valuable. There is also the factor of demand. Middle Eastern coins have gained more international attention in recent years. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and North America are looking beyond traditional Western coinage. They want pieces that represent strong economies, cultural depth, and historical relevance. Kuwaiti coins check all these boxes. Men in the 55 to 65 age range often understand the long game. They know that value builds slowly, quietly, and then suddenly. Many remember buying gold at low prices decades ago or seeing property values rise unexpectedly. Coin collecting follows a similar pattern. What seems unimportant today can become highly desirable tomorrow. The 10 fils 1430 coin sits in that interesting position. It is not ancient, but it is old enough to be overlooked. It is not flashy, but it is meaningful. It is not rare in general terms, but specific examples are genuinely hard to find. there have been discussions in collector circles about pristine, error-free, or unusual examples of this coin reaching very high valuations. These are not average coins pulled from circulation. These are coins that meet strict standards. Perfect surfaces, original luster, strong strikes, and sometimes unique mint characteristics. When such a coin appears, collectors compete. The price rises not because of hype, but because of scarcity and desire. Serious collectors are patient people, often older, often experienced, and willing to pay for quality. They do not chase every coin, but when they recognize something special, they act decisively. This is why checking your coins carefully matters. Do not clean them. Cleaning destroys value. Even wiping a coin can reduce its appeal dramatically. Hold it by the edges. Look at it under good light. Compare it with other examples if possible. Notice differences in sharpness, color, and detail. If you find a 10 Fils 1430 coin that looks unusually well preserved, or slightly different from others, do not dismiss it. Many valuable coins were discovered by ordinary people who simply paid attention. Another important aspect is documentation and grading. Coins that are professionally graded and authenticated gain trust in the market. Collectors prefer certainty, especially when higher amounts of money are involved. A properly graded coin becomes easier to sell and easier to value. Now let us address the number that has caught everyone's attention. In rare cases, exceptional examples of this coin, meeting very specific criteria, have been associated with valuations reaching as high as $90,000. This figure does not apply to every coin. It applies only to the best of the best, coins that stand apart from millions of others. $90,000 is not paid for metal. It is paid for rarity, condition, history, and confidence. It is paid by collectors who understand exactly what they are buying and why it matters. This is why knowledge is power. The more you understand about coins like the 10 Fils 1430, the better prepared you are to recognize opportunity. Many valuable coins have been lost simply because their owners did not know what they had. If you are watching this and you belong to a generation that respects patience, quality, and long-term value, this message is for you. Take another look at your coins. Ask questions. Learn the small details. The reward may not come immediately, but when it does, it can be life-changing. Coins are silent witnesses of history. They pass through hands, pockets, and years without speaking. But to those who listen, they tell powerful stories. And remember, while most 10 Fils 1430 coins are modest in value, the rare and exceptional examples have been linked to prices as high as $90,000.